When your blood pressure shoots up out of nowhere, from stress, a fast walk, frustration, or no obvious reason at all, it feels scary. But there's something most people don't know. You can guide it back down in just a couple of minutes. Not with luck, not with magic, with the natural intelligence of your own body. And here on Organic Awakening, I want you to feel that power again. Because so many people over 50 live trapped in the same cycle. Sudden spikes, fear of the monitor, the pounding heartbeat, the uncertainty that ruins their day. They start believing their body is unpredictable, or worse, that they're losing control. But that's not the truth. Inside you, there's an internal switch, a real mechanism built into your physiology that can bring your heart back into balance faster than you think. It works no matter your age, no matter your stress levels, even if you take medication. Most people simply never learned how to activate it. Today, you're going to learn exactly how. This isn't a complicated lesson, and it's not another list of foods or supplements. It's a simple, grounding technique used in the moments when people feel overwhelmed, when the pressure rises suddenly, when the mind races and the chest tightens. And the best part? You can do it anywhere, sitting on your bed, at the table, at work, even during a stressful moment, without tools, without help, without fear. Just imagine this for a moment. Being able to calm your fart with your own breath, feeling the pressure drop naturally, watching your body respond when you take the lead. That's what I want to show you today. So stay with me until the end of this video, because once you understand how and why this technique works, you'll walk away with something priceless, a way to stabilize your pressure, regain confidence in your body, and stop feeling like you're at the mercy of a number. You're not powerless. Your body remembers how to return to calm. You just need to guide it back. Let's begin. Most people believe blood pressure only rises when something serious is happening inside the body. But after 50, blood pressure can spike even without an obvious cause. It can rise when you stand up too fast, when you get bad news, when you argue, when you're startled, when you sleep poorly, or when your mind simply doesn't stop. Blood pressure responds to emotions, environments, and moments. And while it may seem unpredictable, it actually follows patterns shaped by years of accumulated stress. Countless people check their monitor 3 or 4 times a day, trying to understand why the morning is calm, but the afternoon jumps to 155 or 160. They arrive worried, exhausted, wondering if they're close to a heart attack, if dizziness is a warning sign, or if that strange buzzing in the head means something serious. Many confess the same phrase, "I didn't do anything, and it still went up." And that fear is real. There's nothing more unsettling than feeling your heart race without reason, or that sudden heat rising to your face, or that brief pain in the back of the neck. There's the fear of nighttime, when the heartbeat feels louder than during the day. The fear of walking alone in case the pressure rises outside. The fear of checking the monitor and seeing a number that ruins your peace. But here's what few people understand. Your body is not failing you. It's begging you to change the rhythm. Just like a car that needs to slow down after hours of driving so it doesn't overheat, your heart also needs pauses. Over time, the system that regulates pressure becomes more sensitive. It reacts more intensely to small emotions, brief frustrations, or even thoughts that don't seem important. Every worry, every shock, every moment of tension leaves an internal mark. And when the body can't hold anymore, it reacts by raising the pressure, not to harm you, but to protect you. That's why understanding your body changes everything. When you know why your pressure rises, you stop feeling fragile and start feeling capable again. And when that happens, your pressure begins to obey you, not the other way around. But most people make the same 3 mistakes when their pressure rises. 1. Breathing too fast. People try to calm down by taking big, fast breaths. But fast breathing increases adrenaline, raises heart rate, and sends the body into alarm mode. The heart hears, "We're in danger," and the pressure rises even more. 2. Running to the monitor repeatedly. You see a high number, panic, and measure again and again. Each measurement increases emotional tension, and that tension drives the pressure even higher. It becomes a trap. The number scares you, fear raises the number scares you again. 3. Holding the breath. Some people tighten their jaw, tense their neck, and stop breathing for a moment. This sudden tension pushes systolic pressure higher, making the heart pump harder, not softer. All these reactions have one root: fear. Fear of a heart attack, fear of a stroke, fear of being alone during a spike. But pressure doesn't come down with panic. It comes down with direction, with a rhythm that tells the heart, "You're safe." To understand why the technique works, you need to know that your body has two systems running every moment. One speeds everything up, raising your heartbeat and pressure during stress, anger, or worry. The other slows everything down, lowering your pulse, relaxing muscles, easing your mind. These systems compete all day. When stress wins, pressure rises. When the internal brake activates, pressure drops naturally.
That natural switch inside your body can be activated on purpose, not with force, not with medicine, not with intense exercises, but through a very specific way of breathing. When you breathe slowly and deeply, your heart reads that rhythm as a message of safety. It's like whispering to your body, "We're not in danger. You can relax now." And the moment your heart believes that message, its rhythm starts to soften. The pressure that was climbing begins to settle again, not in minutes, but in seconds. Imagine flipping an internal switch that deflates tension inside your chest. That's exactly what happens. Your arteries relax, your pulse slows down, and your blood pressure finds its way back to stability. The most powerful part? This shift happens in just about 2 minutes. The human body is designed to respond fast when it receives the right signal, and this technique is that signal. It activates your natural internal brake, the one many people forget how to use over the years. And it requires nothing special, no tools, no experience, no complicated routines, just your breath and 2 simple minutes. When you learn to activate this internal brake, you regain something you may have believed was gone, a sense of control over your own body. It's not about eliminating fear. It's about giving your heart a pathway back to calm, even when life feels overwhelming. And yes, your heart still remembers how to return to balance. It only needs a gentle reminder. Now imagine something simple. You and I sitting face to face. No noise, no rush, no fear. Just guiding your heart back into the rhythm it lost after years of stress and tension. Let's begin. Sit with your back straight, but without forcing it. Let your spine support you naturally. Place both feet on the floor, solid, grounded. Rest your hands on your thighs without clenching or interlocking them. This posture tells your body, "I'm here. I'm safe." Close your mouth and breathe through your nose. Now set a rhythm your heart understands better than anything else. Inhale for a gentle count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No need to overfill your chest. Let the air come in naturally, comfortably. Then exhale through your nose for 6 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Imagine your exhale stretching like a thin thread, long, steady, unbroken. Don't cut it short. Let it flow out slowly like releasing pressure from a valve. At the end of the exhale, make a micropause of 1 second, just one. Not a forced breath hold, just a soft, natural pause. This tiny break sends a direct signal to the system that slows your heart, telling it, Everything is under control. While breathing, check your jaw. Is it tight? Are your teeth touching? Let your jaw soften. Let your tongue rest loosely at the bottom of your mouth. This subtle release lowers internal stress faster than most people expect. When your face relaxes, your heart gets permission to slow down. Repeat this breathing cycle 10 times, around 2 minutes. 2 minutes where you guide your body and your heart begins to listen. As you continue, you'll feel clear changes. Your heartbeat stops pounding. The tension in the back of your neck melts away. The heaviness in your head eases up. The pressure around your temples loosens as if the body lets go of a tight rope. You don't need to perform this perfectly. You don't need to exaggerate anything. This technique works because it is natural, because it aligns with how your body was designed to function. Here, the goal isn't to breathe deeper, it's to breathe with intention. Just 2 minutes. 2 minutes that can shift the entire direction of your day. If your heart could speak right now, it would simply say, "Thank you for showing me the way back."
This isn't a stretch, it's a relaxation movement. Imagine releasing an inner knot that's been tight for hours. This movement doesn't replace the breathing technique, but it amplifies it. It's like giving your heart 2 calming messages at the same time, so it adjusts more quickly. But there are moments when it's better not to do it. If you've had strong dizziness recently, if you've had significant issues with the arteries in your neck, or if you're dealing with recent neck pain from tension or injury. If any of these apply to you, stick to the breathing alone. That alone is more than enough to lower your pressure safely. For most people, this little 30-second addition creates a very clear sensation. The neck loosens, the chest opens, and the heart stops pushing so hard. It's a simple step, but deeply powerful. This technique works, but it's important to understand what it does and what it cannot do. It does not replace your medications. If you already have a prescribed treatment, this breathing doesn't replace pills or reverse long-standing high blood pressure. It doesn't cure chronic hypertension or erase years of arterial damage, and it won't stop unhealthy habits from affecting you if they aren't addressed. A poor diet, excess salt, inactivity, or constant stress will keep taking a toll even if you breathe correctly. But that doesn't make this technique small. On the contrary, it controls dangerous spikes that appear suddenly and often scare older adults. It helps ease the symptoms of those moments. Heat in the face, strong pulse, tension in the neck, light dizziness, or that unsettling sense that something isn't right. It also supports the effectiveness of your current treatment, because a calmer body responds better to anything you're doing to improve your health. Think of this technique as a bridge. It doesn't cure you, but it carries you to a safer place while your heart regains stability. It doesn't promise miracles, it offers control. And control is something many people lose over the years and think they'll never regain. When you breathe like this, your pressure remembers its way back to balance. And repeating that again and again can make the difference between living with fear or living with confidence. There's something essential to understand. Knowing the technique isn't enough. The real transformation happens when it becomes a daily habit. Blood pressure doesn't just respond to crisis moments. It responds to how you live, breathe, think, and move throughout the day. That's why this small daily plan is designed to teach your body a calmer rhythm, steady, predictable, and kinder to your heart. It isn't complicated, it doesn't require physical effort, technology, or big lifestyle changes. It takes just 6 minutes a day, and those 6 minutes can influence your emotional and cardiovascular stability more than you might imagine. Morning. Mornings are when your body is most vulnerable. When you wake up, your heart shifts from a slow nighttime rhythm to a more active one. Many older adults notice their first pressure spikes here: dizziness, neck pressure, stronger heartbeat. That's not random. During the early morning hours, your body releases hormones that can raise your blood pressure the moment you open your eyes. That's why before getting out of bed, sit at the edge, straighten your back, and practice the technique for 2 minutes. Inhale for 4, exhale for 6, tiny pause, jaw relaxed. These 2 minutes tell your heart, no rush, everything is okay. Many people say their mornings become gentler without that tense start that so often sets the tone for the whole day. Midday. This moment is critical because pressure tends to rise from accumulated tension. Not from big stress, but from tiny, silent buildup. Conversations, tasks, responsibilities. The body stores all that, and it often shows up as neck pressure, stiff shoulders, or a strong pulse at the temples. Don't ignore it. If you let it pass, it can raise your pressure without you noticing. Here comes the second moment of the daily plan. Take 2 minutes. You don't need privacy or a special place. Just sit where you are, hold the posture, and breathe. These 2 minutes can dissolve the tension of the entire morning and prevent afternoon pressure spikes. Many people experience far fewer sudden peaks after adding this step. Night. This may be the most important moment of all. At night, your heart needs to slow down, but many people try to sleep with a racing mind. Worries, unfinished tasks, anxiety, and that agitation isn't only mental, it's physical. The heart beats harder, the chest feels tight, the pressure stays high even lying down. Before sleeping, give yourself 2 more minutes. Not as an exercise, as a closing ritual. Sit on your bed, breathe, and let your body understand that the day is over. The long exhale softens the heartbeat, calms the mind, and lowers your system's tone. Many people sleep better with this, and others stop waking up with high pressure in the morning. It's not magic, it's your heart learning how to end the day gently. Along with these 3 core moments, here's an optional but powerful tool. Keep a small notebook. Write down when you feel spikes, how you slept, which days your pressure wakes up higher, and when the technique works faster. This isn't to obsess, it's to understand your body. After a few weeks, patterns become obvious. Foods that trigger spikes, times that affect you, repeated situations. Knowing your patterns gives you back power. This daily rhythm, just 6 minutes, can reshape how your body handles stress, how your pressure responds to emotions, and how your heart finds stability. It doesn't require extreme discipline or special tools, just consistency and the desire to feel better. When you practice this breathing every day, your body learns that calm isn't a luxury, it's an option. And that option, repeated again and again, transforms the way your heart moves through the day. This isn't about curing hypertension, it's about reclaiming control. And that control, day after day, can rewrite your story. There's something deeply human to remember. You weren't born with a weak heart. You were born with a heart that responds to life. Your pressure doesn't rise because you failed or because your body is broken. It rises because your heart has carried years of stress, responsibilities, losses, arguments, and unspoken feelings. Your heart isn't fragile, it's sensitive, and that sensitivity becomes your greatest ally once you learn how to guide it. Someone told me they lived in fear of the blood pressure monitor. They weren't afraid of the number, they were afraid of what the number meant. Every time the device beeped, their heart sped up, not from illness, but from anticipation. But after integrating this breathing into their day, morning, midday, and night, something changed. They finally measured their pressure without fear, not because it was perfect, but because if it went up, they knew exactly what to do. They regained something many people lose, the feeling of control. That's what I want for you. Not just lower numbers, but confidence in your own body. A reminder that your heart can return to calm when you show it the way. If this brought you clarity, share in the comments whether you felt those sudden spikes and if you'd like to learn more simple techniques to steady your heart. Your experience can help thousands of people who feel the same and need to know they're not alone. And if you want to keep learning practical human ways to care for your health, subscribe. I'll walk with you step by step, always with clear, trustworthy guidance, made for you.